The Epic SMP and the Dream SMP are both very different, and you want to know what those differences are and which one is better for overall entertainment consumption purposes. Well, don't worry, because I graduated college with a degree in SMP research, and I will be using it in this video right now. Now I'm going to assume that all of you watching already know what the Epic and the Dream SMP are, but in case you don't, the Epic SMP is a brand new SMP with a widely differing cast of members, and the Dream SMP is an older SMP with mostly members of the Dream Team and close friends of theirs. And now that that's out of the way, let me quickly explain how I'll compare the two SMPs. I'll be covering 5 specific categories and giving 1 point to an SMP for each category they win. And with that, now I could finally get some use out of my college degree. Now, one of the biggest differences between the Epic and the Dream SMP is the members. And right now, the Epic SMP is clocking in at about 42 members, while the Dream SMP is a little bit smaller with exactly 10 less people coming in at 32 members. But in the famous words of Jeb, size doesn't always matter. But what does matter is controversy. And trust me, there's plenty of that to go around. And that's true for both SMPs. Now, while the Dream SMP might be a little bit more filtered and family friendly than the Epic SMP, that doesn't mean it doesn't have its fair share of controversy. But on the other hand, the C in Epic might as well just stand for controversy, because the Epic SMP is just radiating with it, with members like swaggersouls and more notably Fitz, who already got allegedly cancelled day 1 on the Epic SMP. It's honestly like an advertiser's worst and best nightmare. Now I say it's also their best nightmare because the Epic SMP isn't all controversy. They also have members like Carl Jacobs and Captain Sparkles, who are relatively controversy free. But let's talk about the cast of the Dream SMP. And if I had to describe the Dream SMP members in one word, it would be neutral. That's right, now while the Dream SMP cast is very talented and funny, they're all also very tame, and none of them really push the envelope. Now this isn't a bad thing, it just really only caters to one type of audience. It's worth mentioning that the Epic SMP doesn't only have Minecraft creators, they also have a wide variety of different types of YouTubers. Meanwhile, the Dream SMP tends to have exclusively Minecraft creators only, aside from the occasional cameo from larger YouTubers. Now that brings me to which SMP wins the members category, and for that, I'm gonna have to give this one to the Epic SMP, and the reason for that is diversity. Whether you want musicians, animators, or just all-out chaotic controversy, you have it on the Epic SMP, while the Dream SMP is for a more niche and Minecraft-focused audience. And now that my student debt loans are feeling useful, let's move on to category 2. Let's jump straight into the storyline category with talking about the Dream SMP first. Now, if there's one thing the Dream SMP is known for, aside from Dream himself, it might just be the storyline. Now, the Dream SMP didn't always have a story though. It initially started as a server for the Dream Team to mess around in. But after Dream invited tommyinnit to the SMP, lore started to quickly form around the things happening in the server. And what was originally light roleplay started to become full-out scripted wars with intricately woven character arcs. Now, while of course not everything on the Dream SMP is scripted, a whole lot of it is, and it's all very entertaining. But now looking at the Epic SMP, there's not really that much story going on yet. Although the Epic SMP is new and hasn't had a lot of time to adopt a full-on plot, but there has been some little teasers of what's to come. The first day on the Epic SMP, there was a giant hole in the world that didn't look very natural, so naturally a member of the Epic SMP decided to jump into said hole, and found a rather interesting cave with alien noises coming out of it. So essentially we are going to have what seems to be like a full-on plot on the Epic SMP, but it haven't had much time to form yet. But I think the winner of this storyline category is very obvious. With a more fleshed out plot and dramatic moments, the winner is clearly tommyinnit. Just me? Okay, fine. The winner is clearly the Dream SMP. Good old category 3, and for this one, we're going to be talking about the names of each SMP. That's right, the first thing everyone thinks of when referring to one of these SMPs is the name, and if you want a good SMP, then you're going to want a good strong name to go along with it. But I'm guessing both of these SMPs must have cancelled their gym membership because both of these names are garbage. On the one hand, you have the Dream SMP, which is overwhelmingly original, and on the other hand, you have the Epic SMP, which sounds like a pre-made gamer tag for Xbox Live in 2010. So I think it goes without saying that both of these names are, well, trash. So I'm gonna slap a hefty 0 points for both SMPs on the name category. Lastingness, longevity, if you will, durability. Exactly how long will each of these SMPs last for? Well, the Dream SMP has already been out for 8 months as of making this video. Meanwhile, the Epic SMP has been out for a whopping 7 days. And neither of them are showing signs of slowing down either. But which one truly has the ability to last longer? Let's start with the Epic SMP. I think that although the members on the Epic SMP might be diverse, they aren't exactly all hardcore members. A lot of them aren't even Minecraft creators, so although it might be entertaining for us to see someone outside of the Minecraft community interact with the game, for those creators, it might just mean they get bored of the game a lot quicker than someone who's been playing Minecraft for a while. So when you have staple members of the SMP start to get bored of Minecraft and leave, the entertainment value of the Epic SMP starts to fade away. And then eventually the SMP itself will start to fade away. But only time will truly tell. And I guess that time has been telling this whole time because the Dream SMP has been around for 8 months. And it's still stronger than ever. But not only have we seen the ingredients to putting in the Dream SMP since it's been around for so long, but I also think everything I said about the Epic SMP members is the complete opposite with the Dream SMP. While the Epic SMP has a lot of non-Minecraft creators, the Dream SMP pretty much exclusively has them. And that is definitely a good thing if you want your SMP to stick around longer. So I think having hardcore Minecraft players mixed with the fact that the Dream SMP has already been around for 8 months and is continuing to grow makes me want to say that the Dream SMP wins the Lastingness category. And what do you know, I just said that, so I'm going to give the winner of the Lastingness category to the Dream SMP. Now for the 5th and final category, we're going to be talking about special features. And what I mean by special features is what do each of these SMPs do that no one else does? And I'm going to begin this one with the Epic SMP. So little known fact, the E in the Epic SMP is actually an acronym for modification. Listen, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. But if that acronym is useful for one thing, it's telling us that the Epic SMP does in fact have mods. Most notably the Create mod and a Proximity Voice Chat mod, which both have already been used to make some great content. But except for that and a few other little mods, the Epic SMP is a pretty basic server, not really much else to say. Now looking at the Dream SMP, it's pretty well known that the Dream SMP is basically a vanilla server. I looked into it a little bit and found that they might have a couple plugins, but nothing game changing like the Epic SMP. And there's definitely nothing wrong with that either. A lot of people prefer the vanilla experience compared to the modded one. There's not really much else to say for either SMPs since they're both pretty basic, so that brings us to the winner of the special feature category. I think I'm gonna give the winner of this category to the Epic SMP, and my reason is because I think having mods, mainly proximity voice chat, opens up a lot more ways to make fun and interesting content and also keeping things fresh. And all that brings us to our final score, which is 2 points for the Epic SMP and 2 points for the Dream SMP. And since both SMPs got a deserved 0 points on the names category, I think that brings this comparison to a draw. But of course, both these SMPs are great in their own unique way, and obviously you could watch them both. And I also want to hear your opinion on this comparison. At least, that's what I'm being told to say, because I'm being forced to make this. Lassie.